Okay, so I'm 34 years old and I commute to the office and I commute to anywhere I need to go. Dates, dinners with friends, events, and I'm going to tell you how I managed to turn this bicycle into a commuter bicycle and going through also the stuff I have on the dry bag to show how I kind of made it through. Okay, so first of all, basics of the bicycle. This is a Giant Revolt 1 2023 model, which I bought this year in 2026. It's got the 2 by 2 times 10 GRX. Sorry, let me start that again. It's got the GRX 10 speed 2 times 10 group set. I've modified the rear cassette by putting a mountain bike cassette, so it's 1140, so it's huge. The stock was 1134, so I've made it to 1140, and the front is 4832 chainring, but I plan to bring it down to 4630. So yeah, where do I even begin? Okay, let's start with the tires. Tires, these are Planet Racer Gravel King SS, which stands for semi-slick. The tires are very slick in the middle, and then it has it's not super slick. It's semi-slick. There are tiny grooves, great for road and also for gravel, but mainly more for tarmac. So, and it's puncture resistant, all that kind of stuff, because it's meant to go off-road, right? So I use it for dealing, and so far no punctures. I've used it for gravel races as well. I upsized my rotors from the one, I mean, I'm actually adding 180 millimeter rotors here. At the rear, I've upgraded it to the one, actually both rotors I upgraded it to the mountain bike rotors. That's what I was gonna say. It's red colored and it's got these things in the middle which helps with the cooling. It's a sandwich construction, which means it's steel and aluminum, steel from the outside and aluminum on the inside. So it helps with the cooling dissipation and it has its strength. These are mountain bike rotors, red colored. Why? Because I'm heavy and the things I carry are quite heavy, and this is my touring bike as well, so you need something heavy duty. I used Shimano ice rotors before this, three times. It bent. Under hard braking going downhill, I would brake with all my touring setup, it would bend and then it would rub against the brake pad, and I will use my pliers to through it, make it straight, and it doesn't work. So I changed it to another ice rotor. Same thing happened after going downhill at a mountain bike, at a downhill, tarmac, descent, heavy bags, bent. Repeated it again, same thing happened. The fourth time, I'm like, no more, let me get mountain bike rotors, and it has worked so far. It went through all my touring. These are very important, mud guards. I've got front and back. Make sure your mudguards cover the front here as well, so the rain doesn't go up to your face, and make sure that the mudguards here covers your group set as well, so it protects your feet and also your front derailleur. You don't want sand, because sand and oil from the tarmac, it will be going up to your rotors and to your bicycle, and it's nasty stuff. I also changed the wheel set, as you can see here. These are 40 millimeters wheel set, aluminium. These are lightweight racing aluminum wheel sets. Lightweight because it has very little spokes, and I've used it for gravel racing and it was fine, and it looks cool. So when I roll, it's very, very, very easy. It rolls easy compared to the stock Giant wheel set. That one is actually heavy duty. It's meant for gravel. It's very heavy, and if you check online already, a lot of people complain about the wheel set. When they change the wheel set, and even the stock tire, the bicycle rolls much more smoothly. It's much more faster. So okay, we talk about mudguards, we talk about the tires and the wheel set, we talk about the brakes. Now let's talk about the water bottles. So when you're commuting, you want to drink a lot of water. And when I do long rides, like, I'm commuting like 30, 35 kilometers one way. So total is about 70 kilometers. At one last week, I commuted to a few locations and I cycled 98 kilometers. Now I don't want to waste money buying water the whole time, and I'm afraid of microplastics from buying bottled water. So you want to save money, right? Because if you buy a water bottle in Malaysia, it's quite expensive, even though we're in a tropical country. And if you have to buy a lot, it will add up eventually every single day. So I have 5 water bottles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one at the back. So I have 6 water bottles here. But the water bottle here is actually the tool bottle. So I've got my toolkit stuff here to repair the bicycle. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water bottles. This is 800 milliliters. This is 750 milliliters. This is 5 or 600 milliliters. This is 800 milliliters, and the one at the back is also 800 milliliters. Now the difference of this, it's metal. This is actually a thermos flask. It's quite cheap. It's like, I got it for like 10 ringgit. And then the one at the back here is original thermos. This is expensive. Oh, I should probably put my strap there. So this is original thermos. This is the expensive one. So this is actually it's the only one which is red colored and which can fit in the bottle holder. And this is actually, it says here, okay for gas. So you can put like Coke or 100 plus, Pepsi, Sprite. You can put it in here. And normally you're not supposed to put gas waters, soda water inside, because the pressure inside will be so much that you'll be unable to remove the flask. But this was created so that when there's a lot of built-in gas inside, all you do is just twist here and the gas can escape, and then you can open up the whole thing. I bought this because I love the brand thermos, and it keeps it colder and longer. And I have a soda machine at home. It's a machine that makes sparkling water. What is sparkling water? It's water with carbon gas inside. So it tastes like Coke, but it's just water. That's what I love about it. So I would make a batch, put inside here and drink. Or if I need to, I can put Coke as well here. If I'm doing long distance in the sun, I'm sweating a lot, I need calories. Yeah. I got this thermos bottle cover because like this one, I don't put anything, and you can see the bottle cage is already like scratching the delicate metal exterior. Let me put this back. So yeah, water is important. My water is a lot, and it can last me for 90. It can last me for almost 100 kilometers of commuting without having to refill. Now this is unique because this is my carb bottle. A carb bottle is it's water mixed with lots of sugar and salt. So this is the one that gives me energy, and the waters over here are the ones that give me hydration. And actually, I plan to make this one as my radiator bottle. So if it's really hot, I will take it out and squirt water on my forearm, my back, my neck, my face, so that when I'm cycling in the sun, I will cool down through convection and stuff. So I was thinking of doing that. I've got a tube here, and I've also got the electric pump inside here. Now, why do I have two? Why? Because sometimes when I'm in the city and I need to pump, this is just so loud and it attracts a lot of attention, especially the mini pump one. So I find myself using the manual one more often than not. Yeah, and this one comes with a attachment that goes to your bottle cage, to the bottle holder. What else do we have here? Yeah, so of course, a commuting bike is not a commuting bike without a way to carry your items. So I would prefer not to use a backpack. I used to use backpacks before, but trust me, when you're cycling long distance and with the weight that's pushing on your, see, when you're cycling and you have a backpack, it's pushing on your ass. The whole weight is pushing on your ass, and then your ass hurts a lot. So I stopped wearing backpacks already. And of course, you have a safety bag. Your bag can evaporate the sweat that's on the bag. The bag is causing your back to sweat even more. So this is the Aero Spider Rack. I love it so much. It looks minimal. I have the old style racks where it clamps on the seat post and clamps over here. So I bought this. I could have gotten the racks which can go. Okay, never mind. For my research, this is the only one which has a cradle. See, this is it's a U-shaped cradle with straps and dry bag. So this dry bag is very cheap. It's 15 ringgit. It's about $3 US. It's 15 liters. That's massive. It can go all the way. There's also like 20 liters and 10 liters, which I have around. So this one I have put a MacBook, change of clothes, rain jacket, my food. Like I pack food in a metal box. A lot of things. It was just so full, and it just stays over here. So I've modified it so that I can put the bottle cages here. Very handy, and I've got like two rear lights, and they're all strapped to this rack. There's one side here, and there's another light on the other side. I've also modified to have these awesome reflectors here. I actually burned a hole through here and found long screws so that I can attach this reflector at the back, because there were a few times. There was once when I was cycling in the dark and my lights, I didn't have lights back then yet, so I was cycling in the dark hoping for a car not to hit me. So let's see, if you have a reflector, it's super bright, because the car's headlights is reflecting from the reflector. So yeah, I'm glad I did this as well, this change. As you can see on my wheel set, I have this spoke reflectors and also this thing, the normal wheel reflectors. Now this one reflects more light compared to the spokes. The spokes ones are more for decoration because it's red colored. But when I looked in the dark and I turned on my flashlight, it still reflected light, but not as much as this ones. And of course not as much as the one over here, which is a heavy duty large one. So yeah, in my bag over here, I carry this. This is the hanger. So what you do is when you're in the bathroom and you need to change clothes, and the bathroom doesn't have like a hook for you to hang this, you can see, you can hang it on the door. So very, very versatile. And then uh, so depending on my mission that day, where I have to go, what I have to do, I would change what I need to bring. Or if I'm just going for normal exercise and I didn't bring this at all. Now inside this bag is a bicycle cover. So it covers the whole entire bicycle. I have silver colored and black colored. I choose black because if it's silver, it will still attract people's attention. So this bicycle is very pretty, very pretty. I've got a lot of cockpit gadgets here, which we'll go through later. It looks very pretty, very eye-catching. Many times when I've commuted, I park, people will come right in front of me and they will just stand there, look at the bicycle. And they will look at where I take out the stuff, my tools here. It's just creepy. And whenever I come back to my bicycle, I will see people standing around looking at it as well. I'm so glad no one stole my stuff yet. So wherever I'm gonna park, this is small, and I will cover the whole bicycle with this. So it's a deterrent. At least it's hard to steal something when you cannot see something. And even if when you see this, you have to take out the whole thing, which is a bit of a hassle. And then you need to take out the chains. I mean the lock. We'll talk about the locks later. I always carry a plastic bag to put my wet clothes, sweaty clothes, so that I can change into my normal clothes where I'm going for an event or whatever. Towel, so face towel for me to wash my face. This two is a sweat towel mainly. I do have a towel, a microfiber towel. It's actually a nanofiber towel from Matador. It's very tiny, but it really absorbs a lot of water. So I have a fabric bag with a change of clothes, um, soap inside the tube, the nanofiber towel. All those are inside the fabric bag. So if I need to change clothes, I just take the bag and I put it inside here. So when I'm at the toilet, I can just take that easily. Right now, because I'm not going to change clothes, I don't have it here. So this is how I bring my wallet. And this is my leg covers. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, I have my red leg covers right now. So the red ones are on the bicycle at all times because it matches the vibe of the bicycle. The black ones are the ones where I'm going for, like I said, an event or I need to look more proper and I don't want to attract attention. Black is better. So I can still wear shorts and wear this. Here in Malaysia, you cannot really show your knees as a guy uh, when you're walking in public. I mean, you can, but you know, people will kind of like look down at you because Muslims, we're not supposed to show our knees. And then I've got my rain jacket, also red colored. Now the rain jacket in Malaysia is kind of pointless because when you wear this and it's raining, it's very like hot inside and you're gonna be sweating inside. I wear this so that it's meant to keep me hot actually. So when it's raining and I'm really feeling really cold because the wind and the rain, it's just making me feel cold. I will wear this on top so I can feel hot. And let's say I have to stop somewhere and I'm shaking and shivering, I will wear this. So that's what it's meant for. It's meant for heat rather than rain. Because if it's raining, you're gonna get wet anyways. Even if you're not wet from the rain, you're gonna be sweating inside because of the rain jacket. And I got my whistle, which I carry with me at all times. So this is always on my bicycle at all times. I keep it here. It's on my dry bag. And yeah, it got a lot of space to put my lunchbox, my MacBook, my change of clothes, even my shoes. The shoes I use barefoot shoes, so I have spares. So barefoot shoes are very small, like they're very like, you know, yeah, they're very small. And I have big feet. I have size 12 feet, which is around 45. UK, US, I don't know which one is that. Yeah, so I put everything here. So I even bring my food inside my box, lunch box, so that wherever I am, I can eat. I don't have to spend money buying food at restaurants as well, or when I'm going to work, and I just bring my food here and then I eat lunch. Okay, let's talk about security. So this is my cable lock. It's the one which has the password here, the numbers. This works great. It's lightweight. You put it over here. It doesn't touch my thighs at all. But in Malaysia, I mean, yeah, you never know if anyone's gonna steal your bicycle, especially with this bicycle, which looks expensive. So I recently got this. It's the D-shaped, U-shaped lock. It's super heavy, heavy duty, and this is great for if I'm leaving my bicycle for like 4, 5, 6 hours. And this goes to the frame and the pillar, and this cable lock goes through my helmet and my wheels. So at least I have two locks. So it's a lot more hassle. Again, if anyone will steal something, they will steal something. But this will, you know, it's like a lot of work for them to take out. You know what I mean? The other thing is, I have a lot of gadgets whenever I arrive at a destination. So all those gadgets I will take out because they use Garmin attachments, and I'll put it on the dry bag. Now, what do I keep inside here? This is my electrolytes. This is my gels, but I don't use the gels so much. I only use it when I'm racing because right now I have a carb bottle, which is basically gel, like liquid calories here. Inside here, it's got my. This is where I keep my arm covers. This is made of like silk. They call it ice silk because it's very smooth and it feels very cool when you wear it for sun protection. So I permanently keep my red colored leg covers and also have incoming red colored arm covers, and this is the black one. So I will put it all here at all times. I've also got, you know what, let me just stick it out. This is a helmet cover, so when it rains, the water's not gonna go down to my eyes at all times. Also, because in the rain, visibility is bad, so this has reflectors and it's very bright green. This is a helmet cover. You always need to bring Leatherman pliers, especially when you have a rack, and I've used it already. Just now, my suspension stem over here, this metal stuff is coming out. I don't know why. So I have to hammer it back. So I just use this and hammer it back again. And then I have, so this is my quick lock. So this is like if I'm really, like I'm stopping just for a while at the petrol station. I need to go to the shop to just buy something, you know, like the convenience stores. And you don't want to bring out the heavy locks, right? So this is just convenient. Of course, you can just cut this off, but again, this is like I'm talking about like 2 minutes, 3 minutes outside the shop. So I call this a speed lock, and I put it here so it's easy to get it. I bring a mini chamois cream because every time I need it, I don't have it, so I always keep it inside. Once it's finished, I take the big tub of chamois, put it inside here. Chamois, chamois, I don't know which English it is. And then I've got my first aid kit bag, red colored as well. Don't really need it, but you know what? You never know what things are gonna happen. I have a spare Voiley strap here, and this is if I have cramps, helps a lot with cramps, a lot. Again, you never know when you need it, when you're commuting or whatever. I used it for when I was racing, and also, oh, let me put this back. I keep my house keys in here. We went through that already. We went through that. I keep extra zip ties, cable ties, and I also keep a folding scissor here. This is a folding scissor, very tiny and compact. Very convenient to cut things because sometimes you need to cut things, and the problem with the pliers or the knife, it's just easier to cut this, especially when you want to cut food, like packaging of food and stuff. And it's very small and tiny and cheap. It was like 6 ringgit. 6 ringgit is I don't know, $1.5 US. Yeah. I've got my power bank in here, 10,000 milliamp. Now the thing is, the power bank has a very long cable, so it can reach and charge to my phone and everything else around here. Um, Another thing about making this the ultimate commuter bike is suspension seat posts and suspension stem. Now, instead of buying Redshift, which is what I wanted, but very, very expensive, especially if you live outside of the US, we're talking like almost $250 US, $300 US total. I got these ones. These are better. I have a friend, gravel racer. We were talking about it. He said that he would have preferred this because this uses a metal spring. This is what we call a parallelogram seat post. So when it will go down at the way that your butt is going down, if that makes sense. Like the movement, it follows the movement. So this is more hard wearing. The silicone gets mushier, that's what he said, and it's quite soft. So he said like these ones are better if you had to get a new one. And I've got a suspension stem here as well. Same thing. It uses a spring. The metal spring is inside there. You can change the spring. You can change it into a soft, hard, medium spring. I have medium spring in right now. This is really cheap and affordable. It's made in China. This is SR Santur, and that one is Meroka. I have it all on my mountain bike and my road bike as well. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, pedals, flat pedals. Why flat pedals? Because again we're commuting, but make sure your flat pedals. I mean, it's metal. It's got the pins, so it still holds onto my feet. It's red colored, and most importantly, has reflectors because the motion of the reflectors going up and down from the back is very visible for motorists in the dark. Okay, let's look at. I think it's pretty much over here. Let's look at the cockpit. So this is my cockpit. Okay, let me put it over here. All right, so we have a Bluetooth speaker here. It's from Sony. It hangs here. The best part is, see, it hangs and it's angling towards me so I can hear it. And then I got a bell here. And then I've got an electric horn here, which is the world's loudest. 140 decibels horn. I've used it all the time when I'm commuting, especially in Malaysia. You have a lot of motorcycles who just comes into your lane. They're not aware that you're there, and it's lying over here. So I can just press that button. I got my bike computer here, and underneath the bike computer is my daytime flasher and nighttime flasher. This thing is so freaking bright. And then below that is my main light, which is so bright as well, and it's got a cutoff so that it doesn't blind other motorists. So it will shine a light exactly to where you need to see, but cars will not be able to see you. This is what makes cars see you and motorcycles. Again, another reflector. So if a car is coming from the opposite lane and they want to come, take a right side, they might come across me. So this will help as well. And yeah, I got my Hot Wheel. I've got my stopwatch, again for commuting and for racing. So I can time myself every minute, like every 20, 30, 40 minutes, I would have to stop and take water or electrolytes or whatever it is. Reminds me to drink, actually. This is my thermometer, and it's a hygrometer and thermometer. So this is calibrated. You can see it there. Right now the humidity is 37%, high 82% earlier, and the lowest was 27%. Temperature now is 37.4 degrees Celsius, and the highest today was 42.5 degrees Celsius, which is freaking hot here in Malaysia. So this tells me a lot. If it's very humid, basically for avoiding heat stroke. If it's very humid and very high temperature, I will not be using my my cool towel trick. So remember, this is my radiator bottle. This is the water I use to squirt on myself so that I get wet, and then that wetness will evaporate and make me cool. But when it's humid in Malaysia, when it's like 70% humidity, it will not work because there's too much water in the air already that it cannot evaporate properly. And over here is my light control. I can have high beam. Can you see properly? Yeah. This is wireless. It controls the rear light. So it controls the light here at the bottom here, the front main light. It is actually controls high beam, low beam, on and off. So it's pretty cool. Very convenient. It's just there. These are what I would call redshift handlebars. They're actually redshift handlebars. I have this redshift stuff, and then I triple taped it, so it's very comfortable, very comfy. And I also have this thing as well from redshift, and I also have this thing here. Can you see? So when I'm on the drops, I can just hold it there. Right. So this is my commuter cockpit. Yeah, of course, my phone, my navigation phone. Actually, is what I used to navigate. This is what I used to record my rides, to show my heart rate and my cadence and all that stuff. And of course, compass, to know that you're on the right track, especially when you're commuting and you need to go to a new location. It will tell you to go northwest, and you have no idea where northwest is unless you start moving in a direction, right? But from the compass, you can tell already where's northwest. So very convenient. Just in case you're wondering, what Hot Wheel is this? This is the Ford Focus Rally sedan version. So Ford Focus is a passenger car, but was made into a racing rallying car to go off-road. So which is very much like this bicycle. It's meant to go for commuting, but it's also meant for racing off-road. Yeah, I think that's this is the reflector I was telling about that I modified. Yeah, this is the big reflector there. So is there anything else that I would want to if I were to change anything else about the so if there's anything else I would like to change about this bicycle is if I have the money, I would want to have a tail fin rack, but tail fin racks are very bad for off-roading. This one is good for off-roading. The Aero Spider rack, that's why they put it on full suspension mountain bikes, and they're more hardcore, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More tough for off-road because I go on gravel, right? And tail fin racks are lighter, but they have broken quite a few times at the. If you check online, they break quite a lot, especially over here at the hinge point over here, and also over here for tail fin. I am getting a front handlebar bag which comes with a cradle, so at least I can put more stuff at the front. And over here you can see actually looks funky, but this is where I put my fog bags. It just slides in and out. 6 liter fog bags. I do not use this for commuting unless I really need to carry something heavy duty or whatever. But so far, no. I keep this for when I'm touring. And yeah, there's nothing much else to upgrade, unless I get a Son dynamo. But that's a bit overkill for commuting in Malaysia because I mean this light, the Magic Shine Evo 1700 lasts forever. Even if the light dies, I have a power bank here which I can take out the cable and connect to the light, and it works when it's charging as well. And the Sun Dynamo is very expensive, especially again in Malaysia, because I would need to change, put it there, and then you need to buy the light as well. So it's like for touring, yes, I will have a Sun Dynamo, but for now, commuting, this is fine. Oh yeah, let me just show you the real lights I have. So these are the flashing ones, and this is the solid lights. These are the best in the business. Both are best in the business. So this is like 360 degrees light, and when you brake, it will automatically become brighter. And then when you completely stop, it will shut down after a while. And the best part is at the bottom, see there, there's a light projecting downwards. So the entire floor is full of red light so people can see me. And this is solid light, so it doesn't blink at all. Now this one is a blinker. This one blinks like crazy. It's the world's brightest blinking light from Cat Eye. It's quite expensive, but again, because this is to attract attention, and this is for cars to figure out your distance, how far or close you are. So you need both actually. You need a blinking one and a solid light, a solid line. Yeah. So yeah, I've maxed all the upgrades I can for this. Just maybe I want to get a GRX crankset, which is 4630, and then the cassette is 1140. I might bring it up to 1142. But yeah, this is the ultimate commuting bicycle. I've been using this for the last 2-3 months, going to work, going to everywhere I need to go, even at night, even going to events. Like I will go to the toilet, bring my dry bag, shower, and I even have dry baby powder, talcum powder, to like make me dry and not smell. So yeah, this is the ultimate commuter bike, and I'm so proud of it. And the best part is I can remove these things and it will become a gravel machine again, or a touring bicycle. All right, that's all for me for now. Let me know if there's any kind of videos or anything that you're interested in. Hit me up in the comment section. Cheers, bye.